Oh my goodness. I could have sworn I had my mic This is probably really shocking to people to suddenly be hearing my voice now, but this is what I intended from the start. And then for the past like 45 minutes I was just talking to nobody without even realizing it because my mic wasn't on. Anyways, hi everybody. Now that my mic's on, I can carry out a conversation with you guys. So please, anything you guys want to talk about, shoot. I'm open for it. I don't want this stream to just be me drawing only. So like, you know, let's spice it up a little bit, shall we say? Oh hey, Luke. Glad you could make it. Yeah, thank you for showing me the Rouse Companion mod video, by the way. I think I told you I was gonna draw this, but it's, this is all I've got so far of the line art. But this is indeed Yoshikage Kira blowing up Crash Bandicoot while Rouse cheers him on. I'm just drawing Killer Queen right now, as that is Yoshikage Kira's stand. Just gotta make sure I do it right. It doesn't look like garbage. Alright, alright. Thank you, thank you. I know it is wonderful, Luke. It is indeed. Also, feel free to let me know if you're not okay with me calling you Luke on YouTube. Alright, alright, alright. So yeah, I'm not gonna draw this whole thing. I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna do the line art and then probably finish it later and put it on either Tumblr or DeviantArt or wherever. Alright, just gotta... Oh wait, hold on. I gotta see if he's got anything special on his belt or whatever. Oh yeah, I forgot. He's got like a featureless crotch or something. Okay, here, hold on. Here, I've got like a photo reference of Killer Queen on my other monitor right now, so I can like properly draw it and stuff. Alright, alright, alright. Alright, come on, come on. Let me draw a clean circle, please. Okay. Alright, once again, anybody in, I think I last said this when I didn't realize that my mic was off, but like anybody in chat, feel free to talk to me about whatever. Or maybe I actually said it after I turned my mic back on. I don't know, I don't care. I just want to have conversation. So please, don't be shy. Talk to me about whatever. okay. I think I might have, Gotta give those sexy legs, of course. Don't worry, take your time. Okay, I think he's just got like a couple of straps here too. Alright. Here. Oh, I just remembered. I had this idea for, like, an icebreaker earlier, but, like, nobody was around. So I guess I'll just repeat it. Anybody have any plans for Christmas? My grandmother's coming in town, in 3 days. And we're gonna go see, the, stage production of Annie, which I think is playing in, like, Seattle or whatever. Which sounds awesome. I do really wish we could go see Into the Spider-Verse though, because like that movie looks freaking awesome, and of course, being an animation fan, like that movie is just made for me. I can't say I like grew up with Spider-Man or whatever, but I definitely liked the PS4 game when I got a chance to play it with Frank, and I enjoyed the first Amazing Spider-Man movie. I don't have any recollection of the first three Spider-Man movies to really have a concrete opinion. I also didn't see Homecoming, which is like what kind of rock am I living under, right? Aw. Hey, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, hold on. I think I can get it. Oh my goodness, my dog is barking. My little doggy, weeaboo. Okay, this is probably not good looking, but I can fix this up later if I really want to. Hey, it's fine. It's fine, Luke. You can't type straight. I only got like 5 hours of sleep last night because I just like had this. Like, you may or may not be familiar, but like I do music stuff on my channel, and like I had this one remix that I just felt like I had to do, and I just couldn't. I couldn't sleep until I got it down at least a little bit. So yeah. I'm not exactly operating at full capacity either, so no worries. I definitely will say though, like as much as I'm proud of my ability to draw people and stuff, I suck when it comes to effects. Like I don't think I can draw good explosions worth a damn. Nor can I draw like thunder or beams or whatever. Which is awfully unfortunate. Or at least I just haven't gotten good practice with it yet. Ah, alright, cool. So yeah, like I just had this idea of a remix that I wanted to do of a song from a video game. And like I couldn't sleep until I got at least part of it down. So I stayed up till like 5. So I stayed up till like 5 in the morning. But I'm feeling fine right now. Partially because I've got some soda right next to me. Oh wait, hold on. Nearly forgot these 2 spikes on Killer Queen's back. So yeah, you know, I almost wonder if I've become a little bit too dependent on soda to get myself woken up. But you know, whatever. Alright. I think I'm gonna call it good here, just because I don't want to, because I really don't feel like doing all the detail in that explosion. So I'll come back and finish this later, probably post it somewhere. So yeah, that is good. Don't mind that. Alright. Kira Ralze. Okay, that's one drawing done. Now for another. Oh yeah, I was thinking of drawing Susie and Noelle from Deltarune, so I'm gonna do that. I wouldn't exactly... I don't know if it's gonna be straight up Suzelle stuff, but I just want a chance to draw Noelle because I haven't yet. And I just really, really like drawing Susie for some reason. Okay, My first thought is them just like walking through the park and stuff, which is probably not the most original idea in the world, but hey, it's something. Yeah, she certainly isn't actually that easy, but I've kind of just had so much practice drawing snouts on the Dreamers that it's like almost second nature to me at this point, but I do occasionally still slip up. Like, Alfie's is surprisingly hard for me to do, but that might just be because of how I draw her more than her base design or whatever. Alright. Well, I might just try it later. Might need to see how I feel about it first, but oh, you mean... Do you mean, like, seeing a drawing that I've done of Alfie's, or, like, actually seeing the process of me drawing Alfie's? I've drawn her many times. In the past. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture that I drew of her. I mean, she's, like, one of my favorite characters to draw from Undertale, so... I don't see how... I don't know, considering that you also like Undertale and Alfine and all that, I'm surprised you haven't seen me draw Alfie's. Oh, dude, this is bringing back memories. Hey, Michirin, how are you? Okay, so this right here is actually my very first Undertale drawing. It's on DeviantArt, but like you can see how I think I stuck pretty close to like the game design for how to draw Alfie's. And I went a little bit overboard with Frisk's stripes. Like, this is way overkill. And I was also really not good at bodily proportions and stuff, so they both got really short legs. Ah, sweet. And then, later... Hold on, let me find a good Alfie's drawing to show you. So yeah, then eventually, after a little bit, after enough practice, I started drawing Alfie's a bit more, with a bit more consideration for like the actual anatomy and stuff, and not like the super cartoonified stuff. So I actually drew her eyes behind the glasses, and gave her a little bit of chub in her cheeks and all that. So yeah, definitely, I think she's probably the character that I changed the most over drawing, over all my time drawing Undertale. So yeah, Susie and Noelle are two characters that I definitely have not fully defined my, I haven't fully defined my designs for, so I'm still kind of figuring them out at the moment. But I think it'll be... I don't think it'll be too hard to figure out how I want to draw them from now on. So yeah, my buddy Michirin, by the way, who you will see in the chat, she also does a lot of video game music remixes, just like me. In fact, I kind of stole her video format for my remixes, so sorry about that. But like, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure if this is okay to talk about, but like, she's been working on a big thing for a while, like a big project, a big song for the PC Engine. That she's going to release at some point. I don't know when that is, but... Oh, really? Awesome. It's awesome that people copied you? What the heck am I talking about? But yeah, she's got a video coming out soon. She just needs to do some art for it. Ah, awesome. Hold on, wait. I need to Here, thankfully I have actual footage of Deltarune on my computer, so I don't have to, like, search online for Susie. Because I'm afraid of searching for Susie fan art because... Here, sorry about that little bit of dissonance. I was just opening a video that I recorded of my playthrough of this game. So I just need to find a moment where I see Susie, and that should be good. Okay, yeah. I'm just trying to figure out whether or not her hair goes over her shoulders. So now I know that it does. I need to like make a design sheet for the Deltarune characters already, because like I've been thinking of making model sheets for all of them. Yeah. You're afraid of searching for Undertale fan art in general. Yeah, Google Images doesn't always do the best job of filtering out the weird stuff. And like, I think I remember one time really early on when I was interested in the game, I searched for Toriel. The second image result was something questionable, and it was like, oh, okay. And yeah, my sister was also really into it at the time, so I was like, whatever you do, do not look at anything but the first image. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what she'll wear. I'm pretty sure it's autumn in Deltarune, you know, because like all the leaves are orange and stuff, so I think she can wear a jacket. I was debating, oh yeah, I know. Like if there's one thing in this world that I know for a fact I can't stand, it's looting the goat mom. Like it just makes me so uncomfortable. Because, you know, I obviously love her in the way that I loved my own mother. Obviously, after my own mother passed away, Toriel did a good job of helping me feel stable, I suppose. Which probably sounds like the words of a psychopath right now, but believe me, it's the truth. She really means a lot to me. But anyways, so yeah, like I would not, in the same way that I wouldn't want to see naked pictures of my own mother, I wouldn't want to see naked pictures of Toriel. That is just not okay by me. Oh wait, here, I was gonna have them holding hands originally, but I'm thinking it might actually be a bit more in character for Noelle to just have her arm wrapped around Susie's. So, like... Alright, I think she'd also probably be a little bit shorter, so... Or quite a bit shorter, not just a little bit. Like, quite a bit. Yeah, it's practically old news by this point, man. Don't worry about it. Of course, of course. Alright. I just noticed Noelle has more of the face of a bunny than a reindeer. But maybe I just haven't paid enough attention to, like, Christmas specials and all that. Actually, you know, I kind of realize now, when I saw Noelle in-game, she reminded me a little bit of Sandy Cheeks, not gonna lie. I don't know what it is. I think it's just the face and the nose and all that. Okay, here. I've got to skip ahead in my footage. go towards the end of the game to find good sprites of Noelle. Alright, I gotta... Oh man, I'm at the I'm looking at the footage of Noelle's conversation with Rudy at the end of the demo. It is so good. I love this father-daughter relationship. Okay, if I can just get to the... Or no, actually this is fine enough. I'm just trying to find a good front-facing sprite for her. Alright, alright. Alright, alright. Alright, looking pretty good so far. Okay, I think I might actually need to move Noelle a little bit closer to Susie. And maybe also move Susie's arm out a little bit. Actually, I think maybe I should make her even shorter. Here, hold on. I need to make sure these head spheres like match in size properly. And it would appear they do. Okay, now I think I'm getting somewhere with like getting to the final parts of this sketch or whatever. Yes, Machiden, you do hear Chrono Trigger music in the background. I'm just playing that so it's not like dead silent while I'm drawing. I mean, it'd probably be a bit more fitting to put on Deltarune music instead. But, whatevs. I mean, I've basically just got a playlist of all of Yasunori Mitsuda's Super Nintendo music on right now, so... when that's over, I'll probably switch to Deltarune. Indeed, you were very right about what's going on with the arms. And it also makes sense for her arm to like be more to be a bit closer to Susie's body. So yeah. Okay. See, I'm just trying to figure out the distance that I should be putting between them because honestly, like, arms interlocking are like one of my biggest weaknesses. Like, I still have yet to do I still have yet to draw a hug properly, I think. Which I really wish I could, but whatever, I'll get there someday with enough practice. Also, I think maybe her arm might be just a little bit skinny, so I'm gonna... Okay, okay. Indeed it is. I mean, I can do, like... Of course, I can do, like, montages or, like, group pictures where they're all, like, separate from each other, but it's, but yeah, it's good to... It's good to know how to... It's good to know how to draw people, like, actually interacting with each other. Alright. Also, I actually just realized it's a really good idea that I'm leaving their feet out of the shot because I haven't decided if Noelle has hooves or shoes. The in-game sprite doesn't exactly really give a definitive answer. Which I guess is actually kind of like a lot of characters in Undertale. Yep, it is indeed a good song, cheating. So yeah, like, I think there's, like, a lot of instances of the characters in Undertale's sprites not really giving much away, and, like, but, like, I suppose, in a sense, it gives more room for, like, interpretation based, per artist. So, like, you know, some people will draw the Dreamers with tails, others won't. Some people... I think some people, oh yeah, and also because of, like, the low fidelity of the sprites, people draw, like, the Dreamer's fangs as part of their lip instead of, like, their teeth. Which I guess it's, like, common in anime to have, like, that one tsundere girl who's got, like, a fang on her lip or whatever. But, you know, just, like, anatomically speaking, it makes more sense for the teeth to just be poking out of the lip. Or out from under it, rather. It doesn't poke through the lip. That would hurt. Is this too long? I think I might have made the arm a little bit too long. Alright. You know, I really do kind of wish that Noelle had an Argyle sweater vest instead of a checkerboard one. But, like, technically this is a canon design. So I'll just, like... I guess I'll do both and see which one I like better. And I'll just take liberties if I decide it looks better. Okay. I mean, that looks decent, and it's not particularly difficult to draw, but I just kind of want to see how this looks instead. I don't know, something about Argyle sweaters, like, just triggers all kinds of, like, nostalgia in me. Okay, I think this is probably a bit more of a reasonable thing, reasonable length for this arm here. Okay, here, pardon me while I observe my own hand for reference. Okay. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. All right. And then I'll just like sketch some trees or whatever. Here. I'm basically, oh man, I realize now that I'm basically not good at drawing anything except for humanoid figures. Like, I can do animals to a certain extent, I mean, as evidenced right here, but I don't know. I seem to have better luck when it's just like more humanoid figures that I'm working with. I can barely draw like natural figures very well. At least if they're super complex, like I think I can do flowers pretty well. All right. Uh-oh. I realized I'm moving the lines into Susie's head, but I think if they overlap with other ones, then I can just erase the ones that don't. So yeah. Not that hard to fix, thankfully. Oh, Noelle's hands. What are those reminding you of? Here, hold on. I realized they might actually be a little bit tiny, so I might need to make them bigger. Hold on. Actually, let me measure. They could be just a little bit bigger. they're supposed to be like about the same length as like the human face, so just a tad bigger and it'll match up with her face. Well, that's too much. And that's a bit better. Okay, so what do Noelle's hands remind you of? Is this... I mean, I'm definitely... I mean, on the one hand, I'm fairly certain that Noelle and her dad both have regular human-looking hands, but also, like, I don't want to draw one of those weird hoof-hand hybrids that you see on these weird, that you see on... I've seen them from time to time on, like, certain posters. I remember there was one in a museum where a horse had a three-fingered hand with all of them having hooves at the ends, and it looked really gross. I don't care about what DICE is doing. Oh, I just realized I might have not drawn Noelle's sweater pattern correctly. Also, yeah, you know what? The checkerboard pattern is easier to draw. I'll just go with that. Still really wish it was Argyle, though. I don't even care if it looks tacky. I just like how it looks. Hello, Donuts and Gravy. Glad you could join us. I'm just in the middle of drawing this here, these here couple of friendos. Maybe might soon be more than friendos. Taking a stroll through the park. Earlier I drew Ralsei cheering on Yoshikage Kira from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and that was certainly something. Oops, I accidentally reduced the opacity on the wrong layer. No, this is Clip Studio Paint, Donuts and Gravy. I do not own Photoshop. I cannot afford it. I have no gerb. This is... Here, Clip Studio Paint is basically the closest thing to Photoshop that I can afford. It's also got some animation features in it, which is pretty friggin' sweet. But, like, I've been told that I really should learn Toon Boom Harmony or, like, Flash or whatever if I want to get, like, an animation job. Yeah, I know, but, like, I tried it, and honestly, it didn't really... It was far less capable than what Clip Studio Paint can do, so I just decided, nah, not worth it. And plus, like, I'm honestly not entirely sure that having experience in a version of Photoshop from, like, 13 years ago will mean anything in the professional world, you know? Indeed I did. I have not actually had a chance to try it yet. But if I can close a shape, I'll try it. Here, once I finish drawing Susie's head, I'll just try it on that real quick. I don't actually know how to do it, is the thing. But, like, I'm sure it couldn't be that hard to figure out. Here, you can actually... There is a free art and animation software called Krita, spelled Krita, that I hear is really, really good, but I haven't had the chance to try it. I do know for a fact Tenny Chang uses it, and that's kind of how I learned about it. That's kind of how I learned about it in the first place. YouTube. Signing people out randomly. Here, you didn't miss much, don't worry. I should probably be no, I'm gonna see if I can do like a soft shading style when I decide to go back and finish this later. I mean, fair enough, Machidin. I guess it is technically possible to learn free software from a while ago and still technically have experience to like do stuff, but like I don't know. I'm just worried that like if I go into an animation studio and saying like, oh, I know Photoshop CS2, they're gonna look at that. Okay, well, that's not really much for us. I don't know. Alright, awesome. Yeah, one of these days I'll definitely try out Krita for myself. Just because like I want to be able to recommend it to people and like know what they're gonna get. Because like I've only really had the accounts of other artists to go off of. I was just like way too used to Sketchbook at the time, really, to really try anything else. I wasn't even that good with Clip Studio Paint, so like I don't know. Krita really didn't do much for me when I tried it, but like I think it might be better now. Oh yeah, Sketchbook is what I used. Yeah, Sketchbook is indeed pretty cool. I used to use it, and I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and transition to but then like I made a point of transitioning to Clip Studio Paint so that I wouldn't have to continue to pay subscription fees for Sketchbook. And then right as I did that, the program went free. So it's like, okay. But yeah. But that just means it works even better as an entry-level point for like new artists and stuff, so I can hardly complain, so. I can't honestly tell if I'm drawing Susie's eyes right. Well, sweet. I hope it's been serving you. I hope Sketchbook's been serving you well, Luke. I mean, from what I've seen you draw on it, you seem to be pretty good at it already, so. Oh, wait, okay, I know what the issue is. Dang it, I just can't seem to get this right for some reason. honestly, like, I have no idea what looks incorrect about this. I'm just gonna try redrawing the eye, see if that helps. Cause like I don't know what the heck is going on here. Here, Michigan, what were you gonna say earlier about what Noelle's human-looking hands reminded you of? Yeah, I was gonna do that eventually, but like... Or, I mean, originally, not eventually. But now I'm thinking it might be eventually, because like, I cannot get this to look right. This is just too hard for me. Jeez. I'm sorry you had to sit through that, everybody. Like, I honestly... I don't know why I decided to, like, deviate from my original sketch in that instance. Because it looked perfectly fine to begin with. Yeah, thank you very much for the advice, Donuts and Gravy. Oh no! Hope you didn't spill soda on it. You know, I hate to admit it, but there were a couple of times where I spilled like drinks on my desk. A few months ago, I think it might have been either November or October, I don't remember. But like, I spilled soda all over my desk and all over my keyboard and stuff. Oh, I know, I specifically remember it was during the lead up to the release of my Undertale 3rd anniversary animation in September. I spilled soda on my keyboard a few days before it was supposed to go up while I was doing the compositing, and over the course of a few days, like, the keys just stopped working. And so I couldn't type, so like it was like the centermost keys first, and it was like, so I couldn't type Flowey because the F key's right in the middle, and then over time I couldn't even do like Control C or Control Z. So I had to go out and buy a budget keyboard from Rite Aid. But thankfully this one works much better. Another time, I spilled lemonade on my desk, but this did not affect that much, thankfully. So like, I think the most damage that it did is that it got some of my drawing papers wet, but like I could just throw those away and just be done with it. I think I also nearly fried a couple of my thumb drives, but like I cleaned those out with some compressed air and it was no problem. Would have been really, really bad if I'd spilled any of that stuff on my tablet or my computer. Aw, I'm terribly sorry to hear that you lost all your pen nibs. Everybody, a moment of silence. Okay, moment's over. Yep, yep. I don't think Michirin's still here. I don't think I'm gonna get to hear what Noelle's hands reminded her of. I was actually really curious. Oh, okay. Nice to have you back, Michirin. I was just gonna say, you said earlier something about Noelle's human-looking hands reminding you of something, but you never followed up on that. The genetically modified pig from Family Guy? I remember that. Oh my god. Wow. I didn't think you'd be somebody who paid attention to Family Guy at all. Oh wait, posted a link. Did you mean in Discord? Hold on. Nope. Speaking of Family Guy, though, I think Luke told me one time that he drew a picture of Lancer that reminded him of Peter Griffin. Oh wait, what? I sure didn't see it. I don't know if it's... Yeah, it didn't show up. It is probably YouTube's fault. I'm guessing you can't post links in... I don't think they allow you to post links in comments either, so I don't see why there would be a special exception for, like, live stream chats or whatever. Ralph say Griffin. It's Lancer Griffin, actually. Donuts and gravy. Like he tried to draw the chin face that Lancer makes. Oh my god! Dang it! Now what's in my head is Lancer doing the Joey Wheeler chin. And if you don't know what the Joey Wheeler chin is, hold on just a second. God dang it. It's everywhere. So yeah, this is Joey Wheeler's chin right here. Oh, really? Oh, that might... I have to approve links on comments. That might... So, I guess that might explain quite a bit. But yeah, this is just like a meme face that comes from Yu-Gi-Oh! And now I'm just imagining Lancer making that face. Oh my god. I've been funny story. One of my friends, you may know him from like that Final Fantasy anime review I made in 2016. He is a super huge Yu-Gi-Oh fan. He tried to get me into it for a while. I'm not much a fan, to be honest. But he sure tried his damnedest. And we would constantly spam that back and forth to each other. So yeah, that's good information to have, Michirin. Thank you. I don't know what's. So yeah, like I can't exactly approve comments right now because I'm on my I'm looking at the chat on my phone, so I don't eat up internet time on my computer. Uh, I don't know if most people know this, but I have basically a time limiter on my web browser so that I can stop procrastinating with like animation work. But now that I've been given more time to make this animation by the project manager, which like I'm involved in like a multi animator project. He gave everybody like an extra couple of months to celebrate the holidays and whatever. So yeah, technically I don't need it anymore, but I still have it. Also, Luke, I'm glad you liked the Joey Wheeler chin. I think I actually remember a while ago I made a picture of Robbie Rotten with Joey Wheeler's chin, and it was like one of the least popular images I've ever put on DeviantArt. I think the description just said, "Why did I make this?" And then a comment that I got on it said, "Yeah, why?" Ugh. Uh, it is indeed hilarious. I will say though, doesn't stay hilarious for long when you absorb every last little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh that there is. It kind of it kind of wears out its welcome after a while of watching the show, but like if you just observe it online, you'll be totally fine. It will always be funny. It's never watched Yu-Gi-Oh, Luke? It's honestly it's fine. You're not missing much. It's basically like it kind of started off as something else, like its own thing, but then after a while it turned into just a commercial to sell the card game. And like after that point, I feel like it lost any and all value that it could have had. Uh cuz like originally it started out as just like the story of Yugi, this boy possessed by a pharaoh who uses like a whole variety of different board games to like punish evildoers or whatever. And like that part's really good. You'll commonly see that referred to as season 0 by fans. But then like when you get to the part that everybody knows, which is duel monsters, uh, then that's where I think you're fine not watching any further. Uh, I would definitely recommend season 0 though. It's pretty good. Yeah. I remember when I was really young, I caught one episode on TV by chance, and I had no idea what was going on. I mean, it was in the middle of an arc, and like I think Yugi and his friends were in some kind of like cyber dimension or something. So yeah, of course I had no idea what was going on. I didn't know who anybody was. I wasn't there to experience the whole thing. It's not like because you know like most anime is not are not like episodic. You can't just drop into the middle of a show and know what's happening like you can with an episodic show like say SpongeBob or Jimmy Neutron or whatever. make didn't want to be into anime just because you could only just because you thought you can only watch them on TV. Interesting. Ah. Yeah. Oh yeah, I also remember I saw a little bit of the Pokemon anime when I was really young. I think it was roughly around the same time that I saw that Yu-Gi-Oh episode. But like shortly after that, I think I just started to discover that there were like more adult-oriented anime that looked like really, really bizarre to me for some reason. I think I got like way too used to like Disney stuff and Nickelodeon and all that, and I was very picky about what I wanted to watch. So for the longest time, I didn't actually like anime. I didn't like to watch anime or like even just see it come on like an advertisement on Adult Swim or whatever. But like I think that changed when I was like 13, and like I started to realize like, oh hey, I kind of like how Dragon Ball looks. And then after that, I got over my stinking. I'm not sure if I'm drawing this right. Yep. Yep, indeed. That is the, these are the freedoms offered by the internet. Yeah, I of course watched certain animes on, like, YouTube or whatever when they were just, like, uploaded by people with, like, borders around the video so that they wouldn't get taken down for copyright. I watched most of Yu Yu Hakusho that way, actually. Which obviously is not like, it's not like the ideal way to watch that show, but hey, I mean, I still definitely ended up becoming one of my favorite shows, so. Something is really wrong with this drawing, and I can't put my finger on it. And I can't just cover it up with hair this time. Maybe I just need to draw this first. Maybe I should draw the side of the face. True, it is not the ideal way to watch any anime. Alright, here, I'm just gonna start over on the eyes. Alright, this is looking... Ooh. Not as good as I thought. There's like there's something really weird going on with the... I don't know, like the snout is kind of throwing me off a little bit. So here, I'm gonna draw the snout or I mean, I'm gonna draw the chin by itself. So I can just focus on the more human features first, and then I'll just add the snout. Alright. Oh man. This song is really good. This actually later appeared in Chrono Cross, but Mitsuda originally wrote it for a Super Nintendo game, which I think is really interesting for all the Super Nintendo fans out there, which I am one of. Oh, I just realized I forgot to test out that auto colorize thing. Like I can do that now that I've got some closed shapes. So why don't I do that? Okay, so I've got like a color palette thing here for like all the Deltarune characters that I assembled. So let's see here. Here's Susie's skin. I'll just okay, I have no idea how this works, so I'm just gonna. I think you do this in a different layer, but I could be wrong. Okay, so I don't know what the thing is. Is it colorize? Okay. Use hint image? The reference layer will be used for main lines and the target layer will be used as a hint image. Please make sure the reference for lines is visible. Okay, hold on. Set as reference layer. Okay, so that's for the lines. I did not draw this on the right layer, so I need to go back and... All right. Time to test. Test the new Clip Studio feature. Luke found my Joy Wheeler Robbie Rotten picture. Yep, it is indeed. It's a pretty terrible Photoshop job, probably because I don't have Photoshop. But also, like, I just tried auto colorize and I don't know what's happening, but it gave Susie some wicked makeup. I like that. I think this might be more useful for like I think this might be more useful for like smooth shading paintings, but I'm just going to be doing the line art, so it doesn't really matter at the moment. Yeah. I'll just my DeviantArt is in the description of this video, so anybody who wants to check that out, and also all the other stuff I've been posting can just follow that link, and they will they'll see all the stuff I've been making for the past few years. Like, I think most of my stuff that I'm really proud of is on DeviantArt, so I don't have any qualms about linking it. I mean, there's some really old stuff that I'm not proud of, but I think I might have gotten rid of those. Like, those were back in my, Huh? Oh. That's weird. I'm sorry, I guess I just got a text message from somebody. I'm trying to apply for a job at a restaurant, and I thought I called that restaurant, but, there seemed to have been a mistake. They called my dad, asked for somebody who doesn't live here, about applying for a job there, and it's awesome. Thank you, Luke. Thank you for following me. So yeah, like, they called my dad, whose number I didn't put in the job application, asked for somebody who doesn't live here, and when I tried to call the number that my dad gave me back, I apparently seem to have gotten a different... I apparently got a personal phone number instead of the number of the restaurant, which was weird. Alright, gotta have nice and thin fingers for the ladies. Alright. Actually, that looks a little bit weird to me. Okay, I know how to fix it. Alrighty. I think I could probably have Noelle's other ear sticking out on this side of her head. I mean, I don't know, actually she's mostly turned around, so maybe not? That's good enough. Alright. I got 2 lovebirds in the park, ready for coloring later. So let's see here. Alright, Suzelle. There we go. Alright, maybe 1 or 2 more drawings, then I'll probably call it a day. I can't honestly think of what to draw now. Oh wait, no, okay, I know just what to draw. Okay, so this is gonna be very different from what I usually do, but I think some of you might know what I'm talking about, and others of you might not care, but whatever. Let's see if I can remember how to draw him. Alright. I'm not entirely sure if I have the proportions right, but it probably doesn't matter. Anybody in the, if anybody in the comments can guess who I'm drawing right now, feel free to make that guess known. Wait, I'm not sure I'm doing that right. No, it's not Pepsi Man Michirin. I will give you a hint, though. He is named after a food. Okay, whoa, hold on. I just realized I made this arm way bigger than the other one. I need to dial it back a little bit. Okay, here. I think there's a reference sheet for him on Sakugaboru, so I'm gonna look for it. We can just find the backspace key. It's like this keyboard that I'm using has an unusually small backspace key. It's like the size of a letter key, so it's actually surprisingly easy to miss. Okay, so yeah, there's a proper map of the scars he's got, so Pepsi Man. uh. Is it Broly? Yes, it is. Great. Here, thank you for getting that right. Wait, why did I say thank you for getting it right? That doesn't make any sense. So yeah, I'm sure this is no secret to me cheating, so, like, I've been following, some DB tubers for a while, cause, like, if I can be perfectly honest, I don't much care for Dragon Ball, especially not modern Dragon Ball, but, like, I think its production is really fascinating, and this new movie is really fascinating because despite basically rehashing an old fan favorite character, it has like a massive change in staff from like previous iterations of the franchise for the past 10 years. So like they got a new character designer and stuff in, and I'm hearing constantly like, oh, this film looks amazing, and like one of them in particular that I saw, or that I follow, went to see the movie in Japan, and of course he friggin' loved it, but basically like all his praises were towards the visuals. He had some issues with the story, which honestly I'm not really surprised with, but like honestly, even though I don't give two craps about Dragon Ball, I'm kind of thinking of going to see this movie because it has like one of my favorite animators in it doing boatloads of stuff. Yeah. I don't know what's up with him making like hissing sounds in the original Japanese version. That's weird. So yeah. Oh yeah, and also apparently Toriyama has written Broly to be more interesting than he was in the original, though not really by much, as I kind of figured. Cause like he has more character development in the lead up to the fight, but when the fight actually happens, he loses that character, so... Oh, wait, why am I drawing it like that? I can go more curvy. Yeah, honestly, Luke, I'd say skip DBS. I watched that entire series with a friend of mine because he was planning on dissecting it because he hates that show, and honestly, I hate it too. Like, even as somebody who's never really cared much for Dragon Ball in the first place, this Dragon Ball Super has some of the most insulting moments in it that I think I've ever seen out of that franchise. So like, especially if you care about that series, I'd say avoid it at all costs. It's got some nice... It's also, like, really, really shoddily put together in its early parts, so, like, if you must watch it, skip past, like, skip to episode 47, because that's the only noteworthy part in terms of, like, wow, this is, like, a well-made show. I don't know. I don't like crapping on that show, which is why I decided against going through with that video, but like I don't know, like I'm gonna not get into my full detailed emotions on the franchise, because then I start rambling, and you do not want to hear me ramble about Dragon Ball. I mean, Michirin's put up with it, which like I'm so glad that somebody can listen to my rambling, but I would not want to put her through that like every single time I bring up that show. I don't think I'm going intense enough on the eyebrows here. Yeah. I don't know if putting up with your gushing about Dragon Quest is necessarily the right word. Because, like, I am legitimately interested in playing that series at some point. Oh, yeah. DBZ Abridged is great. I mean, of course it is. It's, like... It's probably the source of... Like, next to Game Grumps, it's probably the source of the most, like... references between me and like my group of friends and stuff like that. Oh, okay. All right, wait, hold on. I think I can actually do better with these eyes. It's absolutely hilarious. I hear that, I actually, like, watched, an episode breakdown from Kaiser Neko about episode 60, and I learned that he apparently takes a lot of writing influence from Archer, which, like, makes a lot of sense to me, because, like, that show is also friggin' hilarious, and, like, I can see where he's getting, like, some of the writing techniques that he uses in DBZ Abridged. It's like, actually, funny story about Team 4-Star. I discovered them thanks to a guy called PM Rants, who I don't think he makes videos anymore. He hasn't made one in, like, months, basically. But he's most well known for making a top 10 list of worst YouTube channels, but he also has a list of top 10 best YouTube channels, and that's actually how I found a lot of creators that I now watch on a regular basis. Yes, indeed I am. I think his legendary Super Saiyan form is probably a bit overdone at this point. So I'm just gonna go for a regular form. I need to exaggerate the perspective a little bit more on this hand here. Alright, I think actually, you know what, since like I'm on a live stream, I think I'll go like the full 9 yards with this and like actually color and shade it in. And then you guys can actually see like the process that I use for doing like anime style shading in Clip Studio Paint, which is also basically how it works for when I do animation as well. Wait, what? Damn it. Thank you, Michirin. I completely forgot that when you have your palm turned out, the thumb faces outward. I almost made... I almost... Like, there's this relatively famous, Dragon Ball Super animation era where Vegeta has, like, 2 right hands. And I almost made that same mistake. Oh, did he? Well then. Like, it's cool, it's cool. I'm still trying to figure out how to do like bulk properly. I mean, I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I've been practicing stuff like I've been practicing like male musculature drawing for a while now, and I'm still not 100% on it. And the only reason I'm embarrassed to admit that is just because, like, I would assume that most people would expect me to draw female lewds instead. But whatever, I don't know. I don't care. I draw what I want. And female lewds I'm not interested in. I'm not interested in lewds in general. I probably said too much. Just forget I said any of that, okay? I don't know what I'm talking about. Actually, I wonder if I made his... I wonder if I should maybe make his head a little bit bigger. No, I think that's right. I have indeed seen that one. I remember seeing it on Tumblr somewhere, and I don't remember if it was you, Luke, who reposted that. Or it might have been like, I think it might have actually been like, either Slow Snary or C-Puff. I honestly don't remember. Okay, where's the suit of armor that he was wearing? I think it might be... Ah, dang it. I don't think that reference sheet is on the Voru. Alright. Whatever. I guess we'll just have to do it from memory. Yeah, like, he actually does wear, like, a proper, suit of armor, for much of the film, before it breaks off when he achieves his legendary form at the very end. And yes, for those... And for anybody who cares about Dragon Ball that might be asking, yes, I did spoil the entire plot of the movie for myself, because honestly, I didn't really expect it to be that good in the first place, so... Whatever. That said, I will not spoil it for others, because I'm not a dick. Alright, wait, hold on. I think maybe Paragus' suit might give me some hints. Okay, yeah, now it's coming back to me. I know, that's just me trying to figure out how to friggin' do perspective properly. But thank you for the observation. I'm trying to balance how I normally draw this stuff versus like how the Dragon Ball art style looks, and they're not exactly meshing that well. Oh wait, I realize this should actually probably be coming from lower down. Okay. So, oh wait, I forgot, he has, like, arm braces, too. Those should be easy. Oh, do they? I think I follow them, but I don't remember what they most recently tweeted. You're right. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna check just for the heck of it. Looks like I don't follow them after all. That's weird. I might be able to get there. Or, actually, why don't I just search them? Alright, here we go. I can't show this in the... I can't show their most recent tweet in this video. Just because I want it to be, like, accessible to a large number of people, but... Yeah, that is indeed funny. You were right about that, Luke. Oh, yeah. Alright. So here's this, process that I have for... Oh, wait, hold on. I need to change this to say sketch. So here's a process that I have for making anime cell shade style stuff. Hold on. If I can rename this to 1, please. Nope, that's 2. There we go. Okay, so I have these auto action sets here, and essentially what these are is just like a series of recorded actions that I've compiled into a set. And when I press the play button, these will all enact, so that I don't have to go through and manually do each of these actions myself. So I press play, and here we have this layer that I was going to use to make the final line art, separated into a folder, where no matter what color you have over here, you can only draw in the color of the layer. So if I'm on the black layer, I can only draw in black, even though this is like a pale puce color. This is just red, this is just green, this is just blue. Even if I set it to white, still draws in blue. Now these are used for shading lines. The black is just regular line art. So for example, let me see if I can do something really quick here. Oh boy. Alright, so here. Now usually I use red lines for separations between the eye and the skin, or just like general changes of color across any one surface. So for in this case, I'm using it for the gums of Broly's gaping maw. He will devour all the cosmos. At some point, I'm actually going to make a proper tutorial about how to use this stuff for, like, anybody who uses Clip Studio Paint. But technically speaking, I didn't come up with this. This is actually just, like... There's actually, like, a whole guide about this already on, like, Clip Studio's webpage, or YouTube page. But it's all in Japanese, of course, so, like, you know, having an English speaker might, bring the information to a wider audience, you know? If I can just figure out when to make time for that, you know. Things have been rather busy as of late, but I'm sure that'll change soon. I realize this mouth might be a little bit slanted, so I'm going to see if I can do something to fix that. Oh yeah, also, these are all vector layers, so you can manipulate them with these control points here. And you can also, like, redraw some of these lines if necessary. And also, if you use the vector eraser and have it on this setting right here, you can just swipe across a line and delete the whole thing. Or at least most of it. Sometimes it doesn't always work correctly, but it doesn't take too many tries to get it just right. But yeah, this process is primarily meant for animation, which means there are some things which, like, take a little bit of adjustment if you're just making, like, a fake screenshot or whatever. Or you know, just, like, some anime-style drawing in general that you're not planning on drawing more than once, but... So say for instance, I want to draw a shading line on him. I'd use the blue layer for that. Alright. And thank God for that redraw vector line tool. Oh hey! It's my buddy Big Tasty. Glad you can make it, dude. You missed out on most of the stream, but I am currently drawing Broly because his movie came out in Japan recently. And I've been following some Dragon Ball based YouTubers for a while. Even though I'm not super into Dragon Ball, but whatever. That don't matter. I'm actually almost done with this, as a matter of fact, so eventually I'll... Actually, I don't think I'll be coloring this in. I might end up losing some viewers before that point, so best save that for later. Or actually, I definitely should preface this, because Michidian brought this up later, but like, I have read the original Dragon Ball manga, and that's definitely really good. It's just after the Saiyan arc that I really don't much care for. Like, everything before that's really good, but like at the same time, I also don't really think it's like, I don't think it's any sort of masterpiece or whatever. Oh, sorry for rambling, Tasty Boy. Big Tasty Boy. I didn't get any of those right. Hold on. I think I can pull... Why did I close them? I drew 2 other pictures earlier, but like just the line art. So here you have, Yoshikage Kira from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure killing Crash Bandicoot while Ralsei cheers him on. And, a little bit of Suzel. Now I'm on this. Yeah, sorry, I completely ignored your message at first. Was focused on getting this stuff just right. But, you know, honestly, I think I can call that good. Then at this point, so yeah, for anybody who's still paying attention to this, at this point, I would then execute this fill prep auto action, which essentially rasterizes all the lines so that I can fill them in with color. So you see how they're all like pixely now? So like at this point I would just fill each of these lines and the areas in them with certain colors depending on like where I think the light should fall. And like usually you would mark that with like certain colors that like are commonly found on Genga. Like for example, if I were to like send this to somebody else to color, I would like fill this area in with yellow there to tell them, hey, use the first shade skin tone here. But it's just me, and I know what I want it to look like in the end, so I just leave those blank. Now I will come back to this later. Draw a buff toad, Big Tasty says. Okay. I guess I can do that real quick. Let's see here. Oh, that toad. Okay. I mean, I'm certainly not going to be the first person who's ever done that, but I certainly will. And Luke, I will definitely draw Asriel as well, because like how could you I started doing the frog. I could do both. No, I won't. I won't. I'll do Buff Toad from Mario. Wait, hold on. I'm at a weird drawing angle. I need to get up. The music actually is from the same composer as Chrono Trigger, but it's from Front Mission Gun Hazard. It is very Chrono Trigger-esque. Which is because this composer, I think, handled most of the soundtrack. Other parts of it are from Final Fantasy composer Nobuo Uematsu. But yeah, Mitsuda, the Chrono Trigger composer, is like the most dominant force on Front Mission Gun Hazard. Again, I can't do shoulders right. Alrighty, the Mitsuda playlist is done. So, oh, it's going back to the beginning. Okay, so why don't I now switch to Deltarune? Might as well, right? Hold on, I gotta find it. Alright. Alright.
Examinoid one more time. I dare ya.
Oh yeah, the world revolving we are #1. Machiden showed that to me not too long ago, and I was like, oh my god, I love this. Which, by the way, Jevil himself, I only took like 4 tries to beat him. I guess I'm just too good. Yeah, that is indeed a thing. I think it's up on YouTube, so like, I think it's like a silver gun. I think it's like a silver gunner rip or something. All right, I think Toad wore like baggy pants or something. Alright, there you go, Big Tasty. 1 buff Toad for you. Oh, you haven't beaten him yet? Heh, noob. I'm just kidding, Luke. In fairness, he certainly roughed me up good a couple times. I think I only won because I, like, adapted to his patterns really quickly and just, you know, like... There's definitely a strategy to beating Jevil. It just takes a couple of tries to get one down. You don't have to pay money for that, Big Tasty. It's free. It's on YouTube. You can watch it anytime. Wait, you're talking about the Silver Gunner rip, right? Yeah, I'll definitely say though, Sans for me was way harder, just because there was like, just because his fight lasted longer, it was much harder to get to the end. It was like, whoo boy. Like, I think it felt like that fight lasted like 10 minutes or something. But you know, I could be wrong. All right, yeah, I think that's a bit more proportionally correct. So yeah, there you go, Big Tasty. There's your buff Toad. Whew, yeah, I think I might have like, I think when I tried to beat Sans, I spent like all night trying to do it, but it only took me 1 night. So wait, I'm sorry, Big Tasties. If I can clarify what you meant earlier, did you say you'd pay $7 for the Silver Gunner rip, or $7 for the buff Toad that I drew here? While you come up with an answer, I will draw Azrael now. Alright, here. I'm gonna do something a little bit crazy. Oh, you'd pay $7 for the buff Toad? Well, DM me on Discord, and I'll send you a PayPal link. I'm just kidding. You don't have to pay for it if you don't want to, but, like... Or, I mean, if you don't have the money or whatever. But, you know, it's a nice thought, so thanks. Bet? Okay. Alright. Alright, now time to draw. Time to draw the sad goat boy. But I'm gonna make him happy because he deserves to be. I'm gonna get all Bob Ross up in here. Alright, and here, actually, I'm gonna open up the oh, wait, no, I forgot. I forgot I made this remix with like multiple files, so I can't exactly play that in Devil Mask, but I do have it saved as a file in my music folder, so here. I'm gonna play the Feel the Hopes and Dreams remix that I made a couple months back as I draw a little Azrael here. I mean, our Big Tasty says, also, am I the only one that had so much fun fighting Sans that I quit the game just to fight him again? Actually, no. I know for a fact, Augustine, my buddy, he was not satisfied until he beat Sans without taking a single hit. And that took him forever. Just cause, like, he hated him so much. And it's like, yeah, that fight's a bitch, but like... But, you know, also he's like one of those guys that, like, thinks Sans is a douche. And not necessarily because the fandom ruined him, but just because he doesn't like his character. Yeah. I'm kind of glad that I beat him, but at the same time, I didn't heed Big Tasty's warning about what happens afterwards. So I took just a step too far and ended up having to sell my soul in order to get back to the pacifist route. Yeah, I know. I mean, in all honesty, I can totally see where you're coming from, Luke, because like there's so many completely Sans-centric AUs out there that like completely change his character to the point of being completely unrecognizable, and like it's hard, and it's really, really hard to feel like he's getting like, it's hard not to feel like he like that kind of goes against his character. Like in a way, like Sans is kind of the one who should not be at the center of attention.